In a 2-finger hold was the plastic loop on a wide-mouthed Nalgene bottle. It was covered in overlapping stickers. One said, "Save the Buffalo River. Again." As Agatha followed her up 3 flights of stairs, she decided that Millie was probably 22 years old. She was the type of student that college student service centers swept up for pictures and profiles. Students paid parsimoniously to give brief campus tours. Millie bent to use the fob on her lanyard to open the stairwell door. She looked back and asked, "So, you just moved here for the school year?" "I did," Agatha said. "Are you from Arkansas?" "No, I'm from Joplin, but I used to camp here when I was little." "Did you go to Devil's Den?" "Yeah, many times." "It's lovely over there." Millie dipped her chin. "You've been camping already? That's impressive." No, long time ago, but I should go again." Agatha followed her down a long, bright hallway past several doorways that had pool-themed cutouts taped above the peepholes. Written in Sharpie on paper sunglasses and palm trees were names like Sophia, Molly, and Jade. Agatha had lived in a residence hall for her freshman year at Amherst, but then she moved into one of the Amherst houses, which felt more like a boarding house than it did a residence hall. Evidently, aside from her own age and the trend in baby names, everything else had stayed and smelled the same. "Is this okay?" Millie led Agatha into a tiny room with white walls and a speckled tile floor. Near the door, a tall stool held a landline phone. There was a tilt-and-turn window at the far end, and in the center was a circular table and 5 chairs. Agatha was certain that whatever website boasted Belgrade Dormitory, and probably Millie herself, referred to this room as something like the Resident Lounge or Media Center. "This is perfect," she said. And she meant it. There was a gentle tug of wholesomeness, and she liked the lack of pretension. Millie removed a post-it from the wall. Reserved from 8 to 8:45. XO, Millie. "You're welcome to sit in," Agatha said. "If weddings are a thing you're into." "Oh, no, I can't," Millie said. She swiped at the table, pushed crumbs down onto the floor. "I have to do rounds in a minute." "Oh, wow, that's so nice of you." She was referring to the items Agatha removed from her bag. A 6-pack of lemon LaCroix, a cutting board and knife in a gallon Ziploc bag, 2 blocks of Manchego cheese, raw almonds, a red apple, and a flecked orange. "Yeah? You think this will be okay?" "Oh, for sure. They like anything free. I'm gonna grab them unless you need a minute." Agatha pushed a chair toward the window. "No, that's fine. I'm ready now." Millie left the room, but very quickly she was back. The crumpled reservation post-it was still in her hand. "Do you mind what they call you?" Agatha leaned forward on her arms. "Do you prefer Miss Agatha or, Professor?" "Oh, no," she laughed. "Agatha is just fine." Agatha's first real writing assignment had been a campsite review when, at 25 years old, she drove a rental car to 6 different states. In Georgia, she started a fire without matches. In Louisiana, she was bitten by a dog on her lower thigh. She gave herself 2 temporary stitches to hold the wound closed. And here, in the Ozarks, she started writing her first book. She spent 2 nights each in Devil's Den, Tyler Bend, and Mount Magazine State Park. Perhaps it was silly to feel a connection toward a state she'd spent only 6 nights in, where she'd talked to fewer than 4 people. But this appreciation, however dormant it had been for 13 years, was considerable enough to make her submit a recent change of address. Fayetteville, Arkansas had a screensaver, campus visit, scholastic book fair beauty to it. There was a 36-mile bike trail called the Frisco Trailway that crossed a stream not too far from Agatha's home. It was spotted with overly courteous biking couples. "On your right, ma'am. Thanks so much."